I started, ma. Started. So we're just seeing about all the equations with respect to the from the beginning. I'll just tell you all these three things we were just telling about: the bimolecular formation, unimolecular decomposition, and then the unimolecular formation of products. Okay, so with respect to that, we were just proceeding with the steps. So the first step, second step, and the third step. Anyway, the third step is going to be the uh, rate determining one. So we will be focusing on towards the rate of formation, how it is, and then the rate of dissociation or decomposition, then with respect to rate of formation of the products. Okay, all these things we just had a equation, and based on that we were coming at the conclusion of this: the complex, the concentration of the ES complex, that is the molar concentrations of the free enzymes with respect to E and S free substrate, how we are going to come to the final conclusion. So this forms the equation 1, and again rearranging all these things with respect to the how we are going to replace the equations finally with respect to the concentration. So if E naught is the total concentration of the enzyme, then E plus ES is going to be E naught, and we can replace E in this expression this way. So how you are going to replace finally? You can replace here with this equation and then rearrange again once again. So that is how you are going to do the steps, and rearranging all these things, and finally with the multiplication of your rate of dissociation plus rate of formation will be giving you all these things. Finally you will get to have this equation. So after the multiplication of the rate of formation as well as the rate of dissociation. Now division of Ka, the entire rate of your Ka, if you see here in this case, you can just see here Ka slash. So overall entire thing, if you're going to divide it by Ka, you can just see how what which is getting cancelled in this. So this will remain the same, and the second part is getting cancelled. Ka, you get a substrate, and then the concentration of your Es, which is equal to further E, because this Ka also will get cancelled. So accordingly you have to write one step. I hope you have written it already in the last class itself. So this will be another equation. Now how are you going to substitute this Michaelis constant? So Michaelis constant is going to be Km is equal to Ka slash plus Kb divided by Ka. So with respect to rate of formation of the products, and then the rate of dissociation, and then the rate of formation towards your complex. So everything together you can just have a substitution in this case. So if this E naught Es is equal to E naught S divided by S into, so if this is going to be M, so you write it Km. You have to write this step like this: Km plus S will be coming. Okay, Km plus S into Es is equal to E naught concentration into substrate, free substrate concentration. So if this is going to be there, rearranging everything, and then you can make it towards Es. Okay, so this Es is going to be rearranging of all these things. So E naught by S divided by this S plus Km will be coming here. Is that clear? So this will be, you need to rearrange and write step by step. So in here I am not able to do it, so I'm just giving you in this side. So whatever I tell, please follow that correctly and then do it. Don't come get back to it. In no way you have to be confused, because step marks are very important. Steps are very important to award marks. If you're going to miss the steps again, the marks, you won't get full marks for this derivation. Okay,
Excuse me,
so
ma'am.
yes,
Ma'am, could you post your handwritten derivation today?
yeah, I will do it today. I think I may not, maybe tomorrow, or by this week I will do it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
uh, The rate law for the rate of formation of product in terms of concentration of enzyme as well as the substrate, which turns to be this. So from the earlier equation 1.1, we are getting back to this, and you can just see here in this case Kr is equal to Kb into S divided by your concentration of your substrate, free substrate, plus your Michaelis constant, this one, and this gives you the rate of enzyme lysis in the, that is the first order in the added enzyme concentration, but the effective rate constant K depends on the concentration of the substrate. So that is also there. We can infer that this equation can be okay based on some conditions I was just telling you with respect to the concentration of the free substrate. When it's going to be less than the Michaelis constant, the effective rate constant is equal to this. Whereas you can just see here, I was telling you about the rate increases linearly with the substrate, with the concentration of the free substrate at lower concentrations. So you can just see here about how the graphs were going on linearly. So you can see, and in this case you can see the conditions of it when the free substrate is going to be greater than your Michaelis constant, and if it's going to be less, how it's going to be. So the effective rate constant will be equal to Kb, and the rate law can be written as this way. So the rate of formation of product is equal to K into B, that is the rate of formation of product into E naught. So this is another step, and you can see the conditions for maximum and minimum velocities. So again, further, when the free substrate concentration is going to be less than the Michaelis constant, the effective rate constant is going to be this. So this is again the repetition for you to just tell you the plots how it's going to be. So if you see the reaction rate with respect to y-axis and the substrate, the concentration of the substrate, individual substrate, you can just see here in this case. So here in this case you can just see here substrate. So what is happening at the low concentration? So the rate increases linearly with S at low concentrations, and then you can just see here the individual concentration of the substrate. When it's going to be greater than your Km constant, the effective rate constant is going to be equal to the rate of formation of your product. So the maximum velocity Vmax, how you're going to represent this Vmax? So this Vmax is going to be again, so here in this case, when you get back to the condition of the individual substrate concentration, it's going to be higher than that of your Michaelis constant. The rate is going to be independent of the concentration of the S. But there's not much change, okay? There is but there's so much of substrate present in it, but remains effectively the same concentration even though the products are being formed. So that is also there. So under these conditions, how you can write the rate of formation of the product Kb is a maximum, and then hence you can write it as Kb into E naught. What is your E naught here? What is your E naught? Huh? E naught is the total concentration of the enzyme. Are you writing that, students? See, I'll be asking you about the terminologies also. Are you writing the individual terminologies?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, make a note of it. So under these conditions, the rate of formation of the product is a maximum, and the rate of formation of the product into the total concentration of the enzyme, this is the E naught, is called as the maximum velocity Vmax of the enzyme lysis. So you can just write here Vmax is equal to, that is the maximum velocity rate of formation into the total concentration of the enzymes. So this is going to be another equation. So write this one. So the rate determining step is the third step. As we have seen in the earlier slide, the third step is the rate determining step, that is the unimolecular formation of the products and the release of the enzyme here from the combination with the substrate. You can just see this is the final step, is the rate determining step. So the rate determining step is step 3. So the decomposition of your enzyme substrate to form your product P, because there is ample ES present, and the rate is determined by the rate at which this ES, as which the enzyme substrate complex reacts to form the product. So this is there. And finally, when you get back to the equations 1.1 and 1.4, so this the concentration of the enzyme substrate complex, and which is equal to your concentration of the total enzyme into the concentration of the substrate divided by the individual substrate and Michaelis constant. So this one is there. So taking into this 1.1 and then your 1.4, okay, 1.1 and 1.4, yeah. So 1.1 and 1.4, if you say, you have this both and then rearrange it, that's it. So it follows both 1.1 and 1.4 equations. Take it up, it's given clearly, and then that the reaction rate is equal to at a general substrate composition is related to a maximum velocity. So when you do it, so you'll get this equation finally. So that is the reaction rate is equal to the concentration of the individual substrate into the velocity, that is the maximum velocity, divided by the concentration of the individual substrate into plus Michaelis constant. So this is going to be another equation. So
Excuse me,
write it down. Yes.
ma'am. Could you please tell again what E naught is and what S is?
E naught is the total concentration of the enzyme.
Thank you,
S
ma'am.
is the S is the individual concentration of the substrate. Okay, substrate separately. See students, this is going to be substrate. This is the concentration of the individual enzyme. Concentration of the individual substrate. E naught already it is given, so that's why I told you when you are going to write the derivations, there itself you write. Okay, so you can just see in the earlier slide. So here, so this is by typing mistake, it should write it as this way. Is the total concentration of the enzyme.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, getting back to this maximum velocity, if you see here, so in this reaction rate of the general substrate composition is related to this maximum velocity. So I hope everybody has written this equation. Now getting back to the other plot, Leniwier-Burke plot, if you can see here, when you're going to relate the Michaelis constant, your reaction rate as well as your maximum velocity, you can see here. So you'll get to have all these things overall. So if we take the reciprocal on both the sides of equation 1.5, which is 1.5, get back to the earlier slide, this is, so take the reciprocal of it. Okay, if you're going to take the reciprocal of this equation, so you'll get to have this this one, right? Okay, so this is the reciprocal of the entire one. So when this is when you're going to get this expression can be further written as this. So you can just have a, because all the cancellations and all you can do, so this will get cancelled. 1 by Vmax separately and Km by Vmax, okay, into 1 by substrate. Okay, so y-intercept slope and x, let us see how we are going to do this plot. So using this equation, the basis for the analysis of enzyme kinetic data using this Leniwier-Burke plot, a graph of this the reciprocal of the reaction rate, okay, and is given here, yeah, fine, against 1 by s. So what is this? 1 by s is the reciprocal of the substrate, that is the individual substrate concentration. So that is there, 1 by s. How are you going to plot a graph with this? So if I'm going to ask in the exam, how do you relate the reciprocal of the reaction rate versus the reciprocal of the substrate concentration? So you have to immediately think about the Leniwier-Burke plot. Okay, so that means each and every step you should be remembering and doing it. So no direct questions will be asking you directly draw the plot of it and all. So it will sometimes give you the other way. A slight twist will be also given. So accordingly you need to make a note of it. So whatever I tell you, the patterns and everything, please make a note in your notebook. So that will be useful for your open book. Okay, so you can just see here the plot. So the intercept of the extrapolated dotted straight line with the horizontal axis, this will be used to obtain your Michaelis constant Km. So you can see here, this is what the reciprocal of the reaction rate. This is the reciprocal of your substrate, individual substrate. So when you have both these things in the x-axis, this one in the x-axis and y-axis, and try to plot a plot, so you will be getting this way. So try to extrapolate it further. Extrapolation means, see, when you do this way, so when you get a plot this like this, so try to extrapolate it. Okay, so it is going through your what? Through your axis. So extrapolate the line, and what is the value now here? You can just see here in this. This is going to be your intercept. That is the reciprocal of your maximum velocity, and the intercept with the vertical axis is used to determine the maximum velocity, which is equal to the rate of formation into the rate of that is the total concentration of the enzyme E naught, and hence your and hence Kb. So you can just see that the slope may be used as it is equal to your Michaelis constant Km slash your B max. Okay, so the slope, so we have already seen this in this. So Km by V max is the slope, and then the intercept is 1 by this is, so this is clearly mentioned from this expression. So using this you can easily plot the graph and come out. So alternatively, this can be also extrapolated intercept with the horizontal axis, which can be also done. Okay, so not only the vertical axis, it can be also done the other way, and you can bring it this way. So okay, anyway, you just go through all these points and do come back. Now catalytic constant and efficiency. So the turnover frequency or catalytic constant of an enzyme, so that can be written as Kcat. So try to remember all the terminologies and small expressions, and the way how do you represent, that is all is very important when you're going to come out with the derivations. So here in this case, the catalytic constant of an enzyme, that is Kcat, is the number of the catalytic cycles performed by the active site in a given interval divided by the duration of the interval. Now, if this is the case, the quantity has got units of first order, rate constant, and in terms of the Michaelis-Menten mechanism, which is numerically equal to Kb. So that means your constant, that is the enzyme catalytic constant, is equal to your Kb, that is the rate of formation of your product, which is further equal to the maximum velocity divided by the total concentration of the enzyme. The catalytic efficiency eta of an enzyme is the ratio of the uh, catalytic constant of an enzyme divided by Km. So Km is nothing but your Michaelis constant. So you can just see here eta is equal to Kcat by Km, which is further equal to, you can also write it, rearrange it and write it, because Kcat is nothing but Kb, whereas Km is nothing but, what is Km? So Km constant is, you have the value, so that is what is written here. So write both the values. So eta is equal to um, the rate constant, you can just see here, the catalytic constant of an enzyme divided by Km. So what is this Km? Km already we have seen in the earlier slide. So here, so bringing back all those things and rearranging, you can have this. Okay, students. Yeah, here you just do it. So you'll get to have this equation. So substitute in the place of your catalytic constant of an enzyme as well as your Michaelis constant, you will get the catalytic efficiency eta. So this efficiency reaches its maximum value of Ka when Kb, that is the rate of formation, is going to be greater than the rate of dissociation of the complex, right? So this is, the efficiency reaches its maximum when under what condition it reaches maximum, when its maximum value of Ka, when Kb is going to be higher than that of Ka slash. So try to remember the conditions also. So some sample problems are there. I'll give you the problems later. Okay, we just have okay. Okay, with this I'll just stop for this class, and